After getting scolded by Gia for being late, Jin orders Gia's favorite food. As soon as she finds out about this, she barges into Jin's room to resolve an issue, which frightens Jin. Jin had also ordered cold beer with the food, which arrived on time. Gia gets happy seeing the dinner menu and forgets what was on her mind. She appreciates Jin and the delivery company because the food was hot and delicious while the beer was as cold as ice. Jin asks her about the problem she wanted to share and confirms if he did something wrong again. Gia says, "Leave all this and tell me whether you have manner or not." Jin gets scared while Gia points to the beer and says, "How can you think it's not okay to drink alcohol with chicken feet?" Jin replied, "So is your issue about food again? Can it wait till morning?" But Gia is Gia. She doesn't listen to him. She keeps saying her own thing, that after their marriage they both never sat together, and there hasn't been any proper conversation between them, so she wants to talk. While saying all this, she opens the beer bottle and pours it in the mug. On the other hand, Jin asks if it is necessary to drink alcohol while eating chicken feet. Gia replies that it is legal to drink while eating in our country, and she also asks Jin if he wants to drink beer with her. Jin clearly refuses. Hearing a straight-out no from Jin for the first time creates an awkward moment for her. She politely asks the reason for it. Jin responded by showing off his muscular biceps and said that this is the reason, and he doesn't want to lose the muscle he has gained. Gia puts her hand on her forehead and says, what was she doing offering alcohol to a man who is surviving on vegetable smoothies and chicken breasts? She further said that they had promised not to force each other to do anything. He can go to his room. He does not need to sit and eat with her. Jin gets up and brings salad and a bottle of water from the fridge, and after placing them on the table, he sits down again and says that he agrees with her that they should spend some time together. She asks if he is going to drink with her. Jin refuses, saying he can't drink, but he can at least clink glasses for her. Jin poured beer into her mug and said, "Let's talk. What do you want to say, Gia?" She smiles in disbelief and takes a long pause before saying anything, as she has no clue what to talk about with him. On the other hand, Jin was very serious to know what was the problem she wanted to share. Gia, completely drenched in sweat and fear, clicked his mug on the Jin's glass and said, "Cheers." Then she started drinking it so that she could buy some more time to think. Just like this, they made up some real and some fake stories and spent hours together. After drinking 2 bottles of beer, Gia suddenly remembers something and laughingly asks Jin if he remembers or he was just pretending to be so irritable and cold towards her. He denies that he doesn't remember anything. Hearing this, Gia reacts that now he is pretending like he doesn't remember. And then she tells what happened that day. He was about to do something, but then suddenly it turns out he was trembling in anger. Jin mumbles, clarified that he went easy on her that time. Seeing him shivering, Gia laughs and says exactly like this, "You were shivering that day." Recalling the old days, she further said that those were wonderful days when she used to go to his house every day to play video games. It was fun for them to fight with each other over who would be the winner. After completing a level, they would play it again and again. While telling all this, she fell asleep on the dining table and started snoring. Seeing this, Jin asked, "Hey Gia, are you sleeping?" But she did not answer. He started scratching his head in confusion. He gets up and goes to Gia, who is fast asleep. He sees Gia's hairs falling on her face, so he tries to move hairs from her face and put it behind her ear. But before he could do anything, the alarm starts ringing and she gets up screaming loudly out of fear. Jin tries to calm her down by showing her the alarm and saying she'll catch a cold if she sleeps here. He asks her to go to her room to sleep and says he will clean the dining table himself. Gia gets up yawning and thinks alcohol affects her badly as she hasn't had it for a long time, so her tolerance has gone down. Suddenly, while Jin was cleaning the dining table, she asked him to give her an ear. Jin looks at him confused. Before he can understand anything, Gia snatches his glasses. Jin asks him what she is doing. She doesn't listen to him and wears his glasses herself. After wearing them, she can't see anything. She says, "Jin, your eyesight is terrible." He asks her to give them back and stop messing around, but Gia refuses, saying she will never return them. He tries to catch her, but she runs toward the sofa and climbs on it. She then challenges him to snatch them from her if he has the courage. He says that she is under influence of alcohol. Gia denies being drunk. She teases him that he looks very ugly without glasses and swings them in the air. He asks her one last time for the glasses, but she tells him that these glasses sucks. She further tells him that he is old, that's why he needs them. Hearing this, he climbs up on the couch and bangs his hand on the wall and asks aggressively for the glasses. Gia says, if you think I will give them back just because you pushed me against the wall. Jin doesn't reply. He just keeps staring at her. But when she sees him so close to her, she becomes nervous and her heart starts beating fast. Jin folds his hand and comes closer to her and says in a deep voice, "Give me my glasses back." Gia starts sweating and gets nervous. Her heartbeat becomes so fast that it can be heard. Thanks for watching, and comment the best part of this video.